Hello, boys and girls. Hello. Yeah, that's right. You wave. Hello. Yeah, okay. Boys and girls, I hope you might remember my friend Sergio here. Hello. Hello. Yeah, all right, Sergio. That's enough. Sergio, just one question. See, why are you wearing shades? Oh, I can't say. I think you ought to. Okay, okay, okay. I'm hiding. You're hiding. See, I'm hiding. What are you hiding from? From your wife. From my wife? See, that's right. Well, why are you hiding from her? I can't say. I think you ought to, Sergio. You know, a problem shared and all. That's the throttling. Sorry, what's the problem? I shared the throttling. You shared the problem. What are you on about? I'm they stuck. You shared the problem with my wife's on Facebook. See, Sergio, what exactly did you share? I can't see. I think you ought to. I can't. Look, Sergio, I can go online and find out. So you better tell me now so I've got some sort of warning. Okay, I'll whisper it to you. Okay, you whisper. Yep, yep. Just, yeah. Right. You didn't. I did. Oh well, no wonder. No wonder you're hiding from her. I mean, she's going to be furious when she finds out. She's going to chew you up and spit you out. You see, I know. I seen her do it to you. Yeah. Well, okay, that's enough of that. She is going to be absolutely livid. I know. I know. It's not fair. I do this one thing wrong. One thing, Sergio. Okay, I do this latest thing wrong, and that's it. Now life's over. Get out of there. Don't be such a drama queen. Why do you always have to be like that? I don't know. Maybe I hang around with you too much. But thank you very much. We'll have less than that. Okay, sorry. But Sergio, you remind me a little bit about of Moses. Moses. Ah, you mean I get into a basket and sail down the river and never come back? No, no, that's not what I mean. Get out of there, thank you. Oh, you mean I should go to a far off land, and never come back? No, that's not what I mean either. Right, just stay there. What I mean is actually the bit in between those two stories. Uh, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, you see, Moses did something really terrible, but God had a way of letting him know that he still had a purpose for him. It was really good. I think you're going to have to tell me this one. Okay, well, look, we won't just tell you, Sergio. We'll tell the boys and girls as well, okay? Oh, okay. Right, okay. Well, boys and girls, Moses, even though he was born as a Hebrew slave in Egypt, he grew up in the palace. He was brought up by the daughter of the Pharaoh. Ah, that's the Egyptian king. Yes, that's the Egyptian king. You're quite right. Okay, but I'll carry on. Okay. Oh, okay. He was brought up in the palace, and one day when he was a young man, he went around the great Egyptian building sites, watching his fellow Hebrews working as slaves. He saw one particular slave master, an Egyptian, being particularly cruel to the Hebrews, and so what he did was, well, he got so mad that he killed this man. He killed him and hid the body. Oh, wow. Yes, oh, wow, indeed. The very next day he was out about and again, and he saw two Hebrews that were fighting. He tried to get in between them and stop them, but they turned on Moses, and they said to him, "Are you going to kill us like you did with that Egyptian?" Well, Moses knew that his secret was out. He knew that when Pharaoh found out, he'd be in big, big trouble, and he realized that his only option was to run away. Ah, you're right. I am like Moses, although I never killed anyone. No, that's true. But the Bible tells us that we all do things wrong, big and little, and in God's eyes, it's all the same. Yeah, 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 yeah. Are you telling me that God says I'm a murderer? Well, actually, what the Bible says is that we all fall short of God's standards. We all fall short of God's standards, and so He can't be with us because God is only perfect. So you telling me that God's standard that we have to reach is perfection? Well, kind of, yes. Oh, well, who could ever do that? Nobody's perfect. No, I know nobody's perfect. Well, there was one person, but I'll come on to him in a little bit, if you don't mind. Oh, okay. Shall I carry on with the story? Oh, see, sorry. Right, okay. Moses ran away into the wilderness. Many years passed. He got married. He had children, and he worked for his father-in-law looking after the sheep. One day, when he was out looking after the sheep, he saw something very strange. He saw a bush that was on fire, but it wasn't burning up. Moses was very curious. I'm not surprised. Well, no, that's true. Moses was very curious. He got closer, and from within the flames a voice called out to him, saying that it was the God of his ancestors. Moses was terrified. He took off his shoes and he hid his face because he realized he was on holy ground. And God spoke to him from the flames and told him that actually he had a very special job for him. God told Moses that he was going to send him back to Egypt to free the Hebrew people, to free God's special people. Well, Moses tried to argue. He tried to tell God that he wasn't good enough, or that he wouldn't know what to do or what to say. But God insisted. He told Moses just to trust him. Oh, wow. So you're telling me that even though Moses was a murderer, God still wanted him? Well, yes, that's right. Oh, so what about me? Well, it's the same for the rest of us. You see, you remember a couple of minutes ago you said that nobody was perfect, Sergio. See? Well, what you said was right, with one exception. You see, when Jesus came into this world, he was perfect. He was the Son of God. And he came to deal with that problem of us not being perfect. You see, when he died on the cross, he was taking our punishment in our place. He was being punished for the things that we do wrong, instead of us having to take the punishment. Oh, wow. Yes, oh, wow, indeed. And then because of that, and because God raised him back to life a couple of days later, basically, Jesus is alive today. Okay, and if we say sorry to God for the things that we've done wrong, and we trust in Jesus and ask him to be our friend, then we can still be friends with God. And that way, we can meet God's standards. Oh, I see. Yeah, and if we ask Jesus into our lives will be infinitely better. You see, it took a lot for Moses to trust God, but he did. He went back to Egypt, and though Pharaoh was particularly stubborn and didn't want to let the people go, Moses insisted. Pharaoh was adamant that he just wasn't going to let his slaves go free. And even though God performed amazing signs through Moses that made life particularly difficult for the Egyptian people, Pharaoh still wouldn't have it, until it got to the point where things became too difficult and too upsetting even for Pharaoh. Pharaoh said that actually the people could go free, and Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt just like God said he would. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow, indeed. And it's the same for us. Sometimes we can find ourselves in difficulties in places where we feel really low and really dark. But actually God says that if we say sorry to him for the things that we've done wrong, we trust in Jesus, we ask Jesus into our lives, then God will do things through us that are far more than we can ever imagine in our own strength. Oh, wow. So do you think I can dethrone your wife again? Yes, I'm sure you can. I mean, listen, she's going to be furious when she finds out what you've done. I know. But she's not a spiteful person, and she does forgive. Oh, okay, that's good. And I think this should be a lesson to you, Sergio. How do you mean? Well, I mean, you should be more careful of the things you put online. Boys and girls, I think that's a lesson for us all. We need to be really careful of the things we put online and on social media and things like that, because sometimes they can cause real problems and come back to cause big issues for us later on. Yeah, that's true. That's true indeed. Okay, so boys and girls, we need to go now. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Can I say goodbye in Spanish? Of course you can. Okay, adios amigos, adios, goodbye. Goodbye everyone. We'll see you again next time. Bye. Good day.